Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm bringing you guys my 2022 LEGO Star Wars Imperial Army. This year my army consists of 144 minifigures and 23 vehicles. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into an in-depth look. So I'm going to go ahead and start the army with the minifigures, and over here in the left corner we have the main bulk of my army, which are my stormtroopers, and most of these guys are the newest version of the stormtrooper with the helmet that you can't actually turn sideways very much. So a lot of people aren't a fan of them, but I personally think that design makes up for their dysfunctionality. Behind them we have some of the Battlefront versions, also great looking figures. Behind them we have some of the older versions, and then behind them we have some of the Battlefront damaged troops and also some Tatooine/desert stormtroopers of various types. To the right of the stormtroopers we have 6 Death Troopers, and then we have also got 3 of the Dark Troopers in the new battle pack. Do plan on getting some more of these eventually, but for now only have 3 of those guys. To the right of them we have 3 Shadow Troopers, which came in those 20th anniversary dropship sets. Very nice looking figures. Then behind them we have what really helped beef up my army a little bit this year, which are the Stormtroopers. So a lot of these guys are the newer ones with the dark tan hands there, but we have a couple of ones with the gray hands thrown in there. But these guys have definitely helped grow my army this year substantially. As we carry on back behind them, we have a couple of the tank drivers. We've also got some of these guys, which I like to call the knockoff Shadow Troopers, just because they do look like knockoff versions of these guys up here. We've also got a couple of Shore Troopers, and we've got 2 Shock Troopers there, which came in the same battle pack as these Battlefront Troopers over here. Over here in the back left, we just have a bunch of different officers and lieutenants and all that jazz. I'm not going to go through every single one of these guys, but just because, you know, they aren't super important or interesting, but we do have that guy there with the printed arm printing that came in the UCS Star Destroyer, which I will point out later in the video. Behind them we have my pilots. We've got a bunch of AT-AT pilots. We've also got some TIE Fighter pilots, AT-DP pilots, and some AT-ST pilots as well. Moving back up to the front, we have my little Royal Guard army. Started off with these Shadow Royal Guards, which are cool looking figures, not super usable in mini MOCs since they aren't canon, but they do definitely look cool. And then we have a bunch of these red Royal Guards, and most of these guys are the older ones with the black hands. We got a couple with the red hands here, which are the newer versions. But I do have so many of these just because way back in the day, I just wanted to get some Royal Guards. So I think for Christmas or my birthday one year, I just got a bunch of Royal Guards. So it's kind of the backstory behind me having an abnormal amount of these guys. Carrying on back, we've got my little Scout Trooper section. We got some of the Hoth versions there. We've also got one of the newer versions there and 2 of the older versions there as well. And then we've also got some of these biker troops, which are really cool looking figures. I'm a huge fan of the design on these guys. But yeah, they aren't super wide used throughout Star Wars, or at least we haven't seen them much in many of the movies or shows, so it's a little disappointing, but these are really cool looking figures. Moving back, we've got some of these magnetic troopers, which came in that Han Solo train set. And then we've also got a Mimban Trooper, one of my favorite looking figures, a really expensive figure nowadays as well, since he only came in one TIE Fighter set, one solo TIE Fighter set. This little section here is kind of like my higher up section, some of the important Imperials. So we just got a bunch of different Darth Vaders from different eras. So you got like the 20th anniversary guys somewhere in there. Also got the newest version of Darth Vader with the new helmet. Got Emperor Palpatine, of course, and we've also got Moff Gideon over there on the right, which is a custom printed one, not the one from his frigate set. Behind them we have Admiral Yularen. We've also got Agent Kallus. And finally over here to the right and behind Admiral Yularen, we've got General Veers. These guys back here aren't super exciting. These are just basically the Death Star workers. But we've also got a Crosshair figure in there, which he is in his Imperial armor. So this is after he kind of converted over to the Imperial side, so I thought I'd throw him in there as well. And then finally at the very back, we just got a couple of custom figures. We got a Snowtrooper, a tank driver, and a Stormtrooper there, so aren't the best looking figures, but they are Imperials nonetheless. And finally, we've got the Chrome Stormtrooper there in the back. So that just about wraps up my minifigures, and now we'll go ahead and hop right into the vehicles. Starting over here on the left, we got a couple of these bikes that go along with these guys right here from the Solo movie. Just got a bunch of speeders as well. We got a really old speeder. We've got two newer-ish speeders. Those just half the speeders. We got even more speeders over here, which I'll get to in a bit. We've got the AT-AT here from 2014, and then we've got this transport dropship deal. And this is was a low-key set. I feel like not many people got this set. I think it came out maybe 2017, 2016, maybe in that range. But yeah, I feel like this was kind of a undercover set, not really talked about too much, but it's a cool looking set. I do like the build. Behind my army, we've got two TIE fighters. This is the newer, smaller one. But we've also got the Han Solo TIE fighter here, which is a great looking model. Love this build. Over here we've got the baby Star Destroyer. I actually do have the UCS one, as I mentioned earlier, which I'll get to. We've got the AT-DP, an AT-ST, and an AT-ST Raider version, which I know I'm not really an Imperial vehicle, but it is an AT-ST nonetheless, so I decided to throw it in there. One of these little AT-STs from the Endor base set from a long time ago. I don't actually have the full set, but I do have the AT-ST. Got the hover tank here, and as I mentioned earlier, more speeder bikes. So these are two custom ones here, these little ones. But then I've also got two over here, which are from the Snowtrooper battle packs recently released. And then we've also got a Lambda class shuttle over there in the corner. But that just about wraps up at least this part of the army. We do have a couple sets to go through yet. And for these, we kind of have to get out of my little setup here. And the first guy is going to be up here on this top shelf. We got the UCS Star Destroyer. One of my favorite, I think it is probably my favorite model, Lego model of all time. So got him way up there up on the shelf for display. And this year I've actually added a new addition to the Imperial Army. This is a fairly new, this is my newest UCS build at least, but got the UCS AT-AT, great looking set. You can kind of compare its size to Teth here. But yeah, recently added this guy. I do have to find a shelf space for him because he won't fit on any of these shelves over here. So still work in progress for that. I think I'm going to put him somewhere over here, and I'll definitely post some pictures on Instagram whenever I eventually get this guy somewhere displayed in my room. But yeah, that is going to about wrap it up for my 2022 Imperial Army. So hope you guys did go on to enjoy the video. And if you did, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.